This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
Today's Morphin Network video.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop! August 27th to the 29th, 2021! Atlanta, Georgia! Ranger Stop 8! November 11th to the 14th! Orlando, Florida! Get your tickets now! Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Welcome everyone to Morphin Network. I am Quasar Red, and you are watching, hold on one sec, you are watching Sentai Hero Special, episode 13 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. And so, you may notice Red Star is not here. He is on his way. Yeah, so let's see. Opening comments. Saw the trailer for the new iCarly. That looked interesting. Freddie Spencer says a bad word, which was surprising. Also, I hear Jurassic World Dominion will be getting a trailer soon. So maybe this month, hopefully. Fingers crossed for that. That should be awesome. What else? I think that's about it, really. Lots of interesting stuff coming. You may have noticed Power Morphicon Online may have been showing up in our background a moment ago. Interesting stuff there. Be sure to tune in for that. So let's get started while we're waiting for Red Star. So this is episode 13 of Zenkaiger, Recycle and you can use it again. That's a very fitting title. So anyway, the episode begins. Kaito and Gaon are, they're coming back from some shopping. They're apparently going to have an onion party, I think is what they said. I bet there'll be a lot of crying there. Anyway, they bump into some kids, and Gaon is just like, "Oh, what are you sprouts playing? Or what's that stuff?" And they start teasing him with this, like they use like this grass they picked up to start tickling Gaon, tickle, 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 and it turns out that Kikainoids are actually ticklish as well. So he's affected by it, and he gets a little overwhelmed, and the kids are like, "We beat a Zenkaiger!" And Gaon and Kaito, talk, and Gaon's just happy that he joined the Zenkaigers after all. Kind of interesting, given what he said at the start of the series. But he's happy, to be a Zenkaiger now, and talking about how they rule. And then suddenly, we hear something going on, and they rush off to investigate, and we see this monster sucking up all these people. Like these innocent civilians are getting trapped in this monster's can, and then he spits them out, and they turn into the foot soldiers. And you might be wondering, hey, that looks a lot like Trash Can World. Well, it's not. This is Recycle World. Completely different, and you can tell by the fact that he has a recycling symbol on his chest. he his ability is actually it's kind of clever, really. He sucks up all these citizens, and then when he spits them back out and turns them into the grunts, it's basically they've been turned into evil versions of themselves. Like they're turning citizens into the monsters. Kind of reminiscent of that episode in Super Mega or not Super Mega, in that episode of Megaforce where Vrak was turning all the population of Harwood into loogies, and kind of also very similar to the Deca Ranger movie when the gas drinker gang was turning all the citizens of planet Quasar. It's been a while since I've seen that. What? Is he here? Are you here? Red Star? Are you there? Red Star? Hello? Red Star? Okay, well, he's getting ready. So I'll continue. So, it's like, turning like citizens into
Whoa, is this where he started?
Wait, what?
Wait, connection unstable. What's going on?
I don't know, it must be on your end.
No, if it's other than Wi-Fi or the router, what's going on? Let me hold on.
Okay. while Red Star figures that out. So like I said, very similar to the Deca Ranger movie where they spray gold snow on the planet, turn people into minions. And so Zoc shows up and he starts, attacking, once again not being very impressed by the Zenkaigers, letting these grunts overwhelm them. But like they try and say, hey, these are citizens, these are innocent people. But in true Gokaiger fashion, he doesn't care and starts beating the tar out of them. And it turns out they all have these gears. Now, we see Barashitara, he sent those. He gave all the citizens, these Toji Tendo gears that make just I think and it's an interesting plan. We'll get to that in a little bit. But Vok wants them, and he starts beating the tar out of everyone, despite them being civilians, and in the chaos, Barashitara and Recycle World slip away, and they don't know, and Kaito and Gown don't know what to do, and then Suchen suggests they use the powers of the Deca Rangers, to try and calm Vok down, and what they do is they find him guilty. So right when they use the gear of the Deca Ranger, Gown, Majin, and Vroom show up, and they are the ones affected by it, and they start acting very police officer-ish, and they handcuff they handcuff Vok, and he's just going, what the fudge, and they get ready to take him off to they're taking them back to the candy shop, saying very police procedural things like you have the right to remain silent and stuff, and Gown promises that they'll help the citizens get back to normal. And so Red Star, are you coming in?
Yes, I'm already in. And do you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're a little staticky on my end.
A little staticky?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear it?
I can hear you, but you're it's pixelated.
To your router. If you're on Wi-Fi, try. Oh my gosh. Let me let me recheck it again. Okay.
Okay. So back at the command center candy shop, everyone's examining the gears, one seeing if they're real or not, possibly if they are connected to SD-topia. And it turns out they're all fakes. None of them are real. And like they're just wondering why the heck did Barashitara give them all these fake gears? And it turns out that that's actually, like I said, a very clever plan. Barashitara is like trying to turn like cause a fight to break out between the Zenkaigers and Two Kaiser. Basically, they want to protect the world, and Two Kaiser is doing this for his own thing, and they both desire the gears. And like if both of them want them, then most likely there'll be a clashing, And so they're trying to
All right.
Okay. So I was at the part where they're at the candy shop. They find out that
Hey.
quit playing with your toys.
Oh. Udedu Kaizoku, I will look at you, and I will get the treasure now. Yo-hoi!
Yes, Vok. So since you missed the opening comments, any updates or things you want to tell us about, and also what you think of the episode?
Well, I just got off work, and I am finally here. So what I'm going to do is, where are we right now?
Barashitara is explaining his plan right after they found out the gears that he gave all the citizens were fakes.
So his plan, turns out Barashitara's plan is to put the Two Kaiser and Zenkaiger against each other. So, because we all know that Two Kaiser has his own agenda, that is to free his twin brothers, that is Katana and Riki, from this cursed robotic mecha body, and of course Zenkaiser, his agenda is to protect the world from the Toji Tendo empire. But it seems like Two Kaiser and Zenkaiger, they are still not getting along, and they both have their own goals. And if they're not on the same page, of course there's going to be conflict, and that is what Barashitara's plan is, to put them against each other.
Yes. So, like I said, very interesting plan, and probably one of the best ones he's had so far, and I'll explain that at the end. But anyway, you want to take it over?
All right. So are you already finished talking the candy shop?
We're at the candy shop where Vok decides he's still gonna, attack the citizens and get the gears, because he still thinks the real one must be with one of them, though, even though that's kind of small thinking on his part.
Yeah. So in this scene, we see Zox, or Two Kaisers, what his views and his perspective on the humans or the people in the world in the world. So of course he did say in the beginning nothing is going to stop him, or if anything gets in his way, he's going to go through them, even if it's the citizens in the world that he's protecting or he's trying to save right now. But in this scene, he was looking through the Toji gears, or the coins, and none of them are SD-topia. So SD-topia's coin does not exist, or is not in the hands of those Kudaks that were recycled. And he said, "Oh, those citizens those citizens are not my concern. So I am just going to find the SD-topia coin, liberate it, so then my twins can be free from this mecha curse."
Mm-hmm.
That is my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
So yeah, he runs off, plan, and Jiren tells Kaito, his plan, there's nothing we can do to change his mind. He's and Majin's he's set in his ways. Yes, we see the wheel. They decide that they have to, stop the situation before it gets any worse. And and like Kaito gets an idea, from this paintbrush and stuff and all this fuzzy things. And so then we cut to, yes, we are getting to that. I know. We'll get to that. So Kaito, or no, Gown, he runs off and, tries to say how much he loves humans and tells Bach that he needs to, that, he can't just attack them and that he loves everything human and fleshy and stuff. And like he tries to talk him down, and then Flint, Cutana, and Ricky, show up and like is saying, "Hey, don't get in our brother's way," and tries to hold him back. And then the bad guys show up, and what happens?
So they showed up, and when they show up, the Zenkaigers, they showed up as well, and they have an idea where they have this special tactic where they can save these recycled citizens that were like trapped in as Kudaks. They have a new strategy that is to take out like feather dusters, anything that is ticklish or furry. So if you look at this picture, So if you look at this picture, it looks like they're going on I don't know, they're gonna do like a stage performance at Vegas, but with feathers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Showgirls.
Yeah, they're gonna be showgirls, but instead of like performing, they're gonna tickle their victims, so then they can sneakily grab the Toji gears from their pockets and try to find that certain Toji gear coin that is Estitopia, just so Two Kaiser will not harm them, because they are still citizens.
Yes. Yeah. That was, I think, at the part that was I told you before last night. It was like that moment broke. That scene in the episode kind of broke me for a moment. But then we move on to something rather cool. So Two Kaiser keeps trying to want to get in on the fight with Recycled World, and then Gown is just like, I am not going to let you get away with torturing innocent citizens. And so he quickly morphs and starts to charge, and then the other Zenkaigers follow after him. And like by the way, Vroom does this. There's this funny bit where like they're falling behind, so he makes them catch up, and while they're running, they also do the Zenkaiger pose, which was kind of cool. And then suddenly the Kainoids, come back and start attacking again. And like Majin decides to, whip up a magic giant feather duster. Why they didn't just do that instead of doing the showgirl bit escapes me. But anyway, they managed to, once again hold the Kainoids at bay while Zak and Gown go into a pretty cool fight, and like they even use Two Kaisers Shinkanger mode to fight them, which is pretty awesome. And then they also call on the power of the Goings, really. To do like their flying attack, the full power bit where like they use like their rocket daggers, sort of to, go flying at the monster, and like they manage to overwhelm him, and then Two Kaiser, does a big final Shinkanger strike and destroys him, and then all the citizens are turned back to normal. And then one other moment in this episode that kind of broke me for a sec, and then Clem, you take over, was the part where like they all round up the rest of the Toji Tendo gears, and like all the other citizens like who are affected, they hand them over. And then Kaito manages to pick up one. It's the recycled gear one. And then, it breaks free, and, it allow, and like Barashitara sends the giant robot out to, turn into a giant Recycled World. And it was like I said, all season, like the Zenkaiger's reflexes have been a bit lagging because, like I said, the gear breaks free from the monster, and like they don't think to quickly grab it. And like this is one of the few times they do, and they drop it and don't realize, oh wait, this is the gear that could make the big monster even more powerful. It's just like, okay, Clem, you go.
All right, so we're at the Megazord fight, right?
Yes, the stock footage Megazord fight.
So this is pretty cool. In this photo, we see the two Kaisers' new Megazord form, and that is in the old Ranger form with Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at this photo, like you want to go, look at that Zord. I have to say this one stands out pretty well for two Kaisers Megazord. He has two forms for Megazord. That is Katana in Shinkenger form, and then of course Ricky in the Old Ranger form. I I I love to say that this is my favorite form because look how crazy, how detailed this sword is. It's amazing. Plus, he has a Gatling gun, and that is pretty awesome. Well, as we continue on the Megazord fight, the Recycle World managed to pull something we never thought he could pull it off. He summoned the past worlds that the Zenkaigers defeated in the past few episodes. That was Ice World, Mushroom World, Boxing World, of course, Recycle himself, and what was the other one? Oh shoot,
Sushi.
Sushi. Yes, Sushi World. So all the past worlds returned, and we have ourselves a big Megazord fight. And if you guys watched the Megazord fight, I think some of them were recyclable clips.
Yes,
Past
very much.
they were. They're not new footages.
What makes me wonder why they didn't just drop that part of the episode and then just have two guys are just debut his new mecha instead. But oh well, I digress. Anyway, you want to keep going?
Yeah, and during the Megazord fight, the two Kaisers Ricky Megazord, he just delivered a final attack that is like, oh, he used like the All Rangers symbols of the ancient animals, and he just delivered a final Gatling gun attack, and it just had a crazy awesome effect with the pyramid dropped on them. And when the two Kaiser Zord finally defeated these past reborn like worlds, who would have thought that Stay Caesar would bring his Zord to the fight as well?
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought they were gonna fight, but something else happened, and it was a huge twist. And I can't believe Stay Caesar would do this again. He launched his like what it looks like is two missiles, and he threw it at Recycle World, destroying that world, and leaving the whole Zenkaigers all in shock. And we end our episodes from there. And you know what that means? There's going to be another personal fight in the next episode.
So yeah, it should be interesting. We'll finally get to see Stay Caesar kick out its go all out and see what see all it has to offer. So yeah, so that was episode 13 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. Rates, opinions, what did you think?
I like this episode. I give it a 9 out of 10 because at the end of the episode, it is another shocking surprise that I never predicted, and also we get to see another personal fight between Stay Caesar and Zenkaiger, and possibly two Kaiser might be involved because, like, of all the Super Sentai fights, like I haven't seen any like personal fights between the villain and the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Stay Caesar, he's like he's kind of like Bosco, or like that rogue villain that is on the side of with the big boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to see something personal that is going on between them, because you never know if this could be a great storyline or so.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Like I said, when he had Stacy was having a rivalry with Kaito, so it'll also be interesting to see how what they'll do between him and Two Kaiser as well.
Yeah, it's like Kaito is gonna have like like you said, there's going to be personal fights between Kaito and Zox and Kaito and Stacy.
Mhm.
This is something I've never seen before because I've seen all the Sentais. They only have like, oh, fight, defeat the monster, Megazord, and then we move to the next story and pick up from the beginning. You know?
Or we haven't had a lot of personal ones lately since like since Rhea Soldier and all.
Oh yeah, Rhea Soldier was personal, but it was okay. It was okay storyline. Cute.
Well, anyway, my opinion, I think, like I said, I like Barashita's plan. It was really clever, turning the citizens into monsters. It actually, something I've been forgetting to mention is that some of the plans that the Tochi Tendos have been doing this season feel a bit reminiscent of how the Jotunheim did it last season. Like it's just a bunch of gimmicky monster does something silly to affect the people in the city. The Zenkai just figure it out, try and figure out how to stop them, and then they defeat them. And so here, I think it felt like they were, the bad guys were actually trying more than just releasing a monster that causes mushrooms to sprout everywhere. I mean that plan was good too. It's just like I said, I feel like this definitely felt like it was a step up from the the plots we've been getting recently, which is cool. But like I said, this moment was a little difficult to get through. I actually was planning on watching this episode multiple times last night, but after I saw this, I was just like, I can't. But
you need a break.
Yes, but and then the fight with Gown and Two Kaiser against Recycle World, that was cool. Like that was neat. It showed both groups competent. Also, I loved when like the Zenkaigers managed to overwhelm Recycle World. How like Flint, Kitana, and Ricky, like I love their shock look. They're just like, that was hilarious. Like I said, this episode, like I said, this did feel like I think this is a good episode. It's just like I said, those two really, really goofy moments. Also, oh right, the recycled Zord battle footage. Like I said, I think maybe what they should have done was maybe just drop the part where the Zenkaigers fight themselves and just have it be the complete debut of the Riki Megazord. And like and what's interesting, the Zenkaigers, like when they get tossed out, when they get blown down, they stop appearing in the episode. And so it's just like maybe it would have been cool if like they were off like helping the other citizens, or like they just, like I said, just the stock footage Zord battle was just kind of sloppily edited together, and was just kind of a bit underwhelming. So like I said, I think it should have just been, like the main Zord fight should have just been this guy's intro. And like I said, this thing is freaking sweet looking. In fact, I'm actually tempted to buy this at some point. So.
Yeah, you love like Power Rangers Zeo, and if you see this kind of version, it's pretty cool, right?
Yes, Red Star. So I think I will give this episode an 8 out of 10. Good, like I said, good plot, good action, just this. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, comment time?
All right, so let's go to our comments. Let's see. Byron, he says hi. Hello.
Hello.
And of course.
Yes. Yo-ho-hoy, 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 hoy.
Yo-ho-hoy, 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 hoy. Hey! 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 Hey, hey! Boom!
You know what we should do? We should just have one pod. You learn the dance, and then we start a podcast off where you do the whole thing.
Oh, maybe that should be my opening then.
Okay. Well,
that'll be fun.
Okay, get to working on that. So, next comment.
And of course, my father. Hello, Rangers.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Leo.
Hello. And of course, our biggest fan. I love Battle Caesar. It gives me so much of the '80s Robo nostalgia. Yes, the Robo. It's just it's just so memorable. Like the simplicity, but it has the greatest modern like detail to it.
And it manages to look like Battle Fever Robo, but not also feel like a complete like rip off or on the nose. So
All right. So those are our comments, and I guess we are good. And so I want to thank you all for tuning in today's episode, and I do apologize for being late because of my recent employment. But I will let you guys know that like maybe this week or this upcoming week we might have like the same day or I'll probably reschedule. But for now, I cannot guarantee we will like do this like every Wednesday at 4 p.m. exact. But I will keep you guys posted on when we can do this, when we can do our show and our like weekly episodic reviews for Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. I want to keep you guys entertained.
So
all right. Now,
all right.
So, okay. Any closing comments before we go, man?
Not much. Wait. So we were talked about how we saw the trailer for the new iCarly and also Jurassic World Dominions. A trailer for it might be coming out sometime this month. So, do you have any TV or movie news you want to share?
Well, Cruella is out. I haven't had the chance to see it. And also, I am planning on seeing the Quiet Place Part 2.
Did that movie?
Huh?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but did that movie seriously get put on hold because of the pandemic?
Yes. So that movie was on hold during the pandemic because they have no idea when, like, thinking about releasing it on stream or in theaters. But now that theaters are coming back, but cutting down the occupancy, we can still watch it in theaters. And I have been hearing some good stuff. And the first movie was great, no doubt. But the second movie is a sequel, and I like to see what happens to our characters who've been going through since the first film. So check that out. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember seeing promos for it before the shutdown, so that's crazy. Anyway, so that does it for today?
Yes. So that does it for today, and thank you all for tuning in, and we will keep you guys posted for next week's episode. And if you guys like to find us, well, you can find me on Instagram. I'm CLiao1031, and I'm hanging around the Instagram, and I'm also hanging around the Morphin Network. So I'm obviously there. You can find me there, and I'm also attached to some of the posts. So yeah. What about you?
You can find me, yes, Morphin Network, as well as Brown_K, as well as QR Ranger Book. And yeah, that's about it. And we'll hopefully, if things don't go awry, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. But if not, we'll keep you posted. Yes, and he's playing with his toys. So
yes, and I got him. All right, so I'm just gonna crank it up, and just blast you, and then I'm just gonna crank it up the wheel as well, and then boom, 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 boom. Going up.
Come on, just wave goodbye, Red Star.
Alrighty, I'll wave goodbye. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week to review episode 14 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, and let's see what our next episode will take us to with our heroes. So again, until then, I am Red Star.
I'm Quasar Red.
See you guys.
Peace.